the acting director and the vice chair of the board of CAHA to come and get the resolution. So with this resolution, what I will do is I will read the introductory section here, and then I will have Senator Sabina Perez and Senator Joe San Augustine read the following sections so that we're all participating and recognizing CAHA for the fine work that it does for our entire community and the work that it's been doing for a very long time. Relative to recognizing the observance of Arts and Humanities Month. During the month of October, in celebration of artistic expression in all forms and cultures in our island, and as a means to encourage all island residents to recognize all of those who have dedicated their lives in connecting the art and humanities to our island. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of y 35 na legislaturan Guahan, and then I shall have Senator Perez continue.
Whereas the Guam Council on Arts and Humanities Agency, or CAHA, was established in 1967 by the late Dr. Pedro Sanchez under University of Guam and was then called the Insular Arts Council. And whereas the agency was dedicated to the development of programs in music, visual arts, cultural heritage, literature, and arts education, and now as CAHA moves forward into the future, they have added more disciplines of genres. And whereas CAHA's mission is to perpetuate the arts and humanities with programs and initiatives that enhance our quality of life through education, creative expression, promotion, and the professional development of our local artists, and
the ladies are smart. They gave me all the big paragraphs, but that's okay. Whereas, through the hardworking men and women of CAHA, our island residents are given the outlet to express their creativity right at home. This month, we recognize the ways the arts and humanities have forever changed our island, and we recommit to ensuring every resident has the opportunity and the freedom to question, discover, and create. And whereas over the years, the arts and humanities have narrated the diversity of arts in ways that have brought different cultures to life and provided a brilliant vision for their journey forward. During Arts and Humanities Month, we celebrate artistic expression in all forms of cultures in our island. Now, therefore,
Be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of y 35 na legislaturan Guahan does hereby, on behalf of y legislaturan Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize the observance of Arts and Humanities Month during the month of October 2019 in celebration of artistic expression in all forms and cultures in our island, and as a means to encourage all island residents to recognize all of those who have dedicated their lives in connecting the arts and humanities to our island. Suzus Maasi, thank you very much to our acting director who has been at CAHA and been such a strong part of it for, I believe it's 30 years? 31 years, which is amazing. Yes. I cannot imagine what our island would be like without CAHA serving our island in so many ways, enriching our daily lives, enriching us through exhibits, keeping the traditions alive, recognizing our masters, and so many other things that they do, including for almost 50 years, organizing the Festival of Pacific Arts, and all the intensive logistics that's involved. And we also want to recognize our vice chair, the vice chair of the board of the that oversees KAHA, and we have other board members and artists here as well. We want to also recognize that the Agate Vice Mayor, Chris Beheron, is here. Siduus Maasi for that. Agate is one of the villages that has very active festivals and very active interaction with these parts of our community, really encouraging local arts and other aspects of our island life as well. So Siduus Maasi, Vice Mayor, for being here. And if I could have either the acting director or the vice chair bring forward other members who are here, who are part of KAHA or are artists in their own right, if they could introduce them and bring them up here for the presentation of the certificate.
Thank you, Senator Marsh. Before I do that, though, I'd just like to say Dankaluna Siduus Maasi to you and the 35th Guam Legislature for your support for KAHA. I anticipate that with your help, we're going to be able to move the arts forward within the next couple of years. And I'd also like to acknowledge the hard work of all our board members here. We have, as you mentioned, the Vice Mayor. He's a member of our board. We have Master Blacksmith Frank Lazama, who also sits in our board, and Dr. Judy Flores. They are the board members that are present here today. But most especially, I'd really like to thank the staff of KAHA. You know that we only have 4 staff currently, and you know, it's kind of hard to do what we do, but we do it because we truly do care for the artists, and we do care for our culture, and we want to make everyone know that their arts and culture has a value to everyone, and it really is a daily part of our lives. So I like to say thank you to Sherry. She's our administrative officer. Angie Taitagui is a program coordinator 3, and lastly, Mark Duenas is program coordinator, and he handles Art Bank and the gallery. So if you could just step forward, thank you.
Thank you again to the legislature for acknowledging and recognizing this momentous event that happens every year, Arts and Humanities Month. I think we can look forward to a lot of great presentations, a lot of great exhibitions, and also a lot of great projects coming with our new grant cycle that has now been completed. I think exciting news that are coming out with KAHA is our relationship with the festival coordinators, and looking forward to the amazing art that our artists are going to be pushing ourselves to kind of exceed and innovate what we know of today so that we can bring something great for the future. And it's amazing that the art is what inspires the future generations and the spirit of the artists. And yeah, I think it's just a great thing that we can have this relationship being built. Again, I say thank you as a fellow board member to the rest of the board, especially those who are not present. But I think it's an amazing opportunity to be working with the staff here at KAHA, because we are now able to really try our best to our extent to really uphold our artisans and recognize them for what they do and what they are all about in our community. But I think it's an amazing thing that we can now plan and now really innovate what we have today, so that tomorrow our artisans can feel even more empowered about what we are able to do for them and for the broader community. So thank you again to the legislature, and I'm really grateful for this recognition on the Arts and Humanities Month this year. Siduus Maasi.
That was extremely well said. And so, again, we at the legislature and just members of the community, people who have been following KAHA for so long, we are deeply, deeply appreciative of the richness that you bring to our lives, to keeping the artists active and be able to fulfill their visions, but also to enrich the lives of all of us community members, because our lives are richer with all of those traditions and artistic skills serving the community. So if I could call up everybody who's here, either staff, board member, or artist, to come be part of the group photo.